And my wife, she said, I would breathe and I stopped breathing, and it startled her, and she poke me like that, wake me up, and start up again. But with the appliance, never had that experience at all. I retired from the Army in 2001. After I got out of the Army, I wasn't exercising as much, all that kind of stuff. I started gaining some weight, and I started snoring pretty bad. Did a sleep study. They said, yeah, you got sleep apnea and all that kind of stuff. If I was going to get CPAP and all that, then I was going to have to rent it and all this kind of stuff. And I like things simple. I like just, and this was getting complicated. So I said, to heck with it. But then my snoring was really getting bad. And so I went to the VA. They gave me a CPAP machine. Um, I really, every night I'd put it on. And for a while it worked okay. But then I started off just with a nose thing, and that didn't work. Um, the first one went around my nose, but then I got a mustache, so it's kind of it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one were the two little things that fit in your nose, and I couldn't handle that at all. I put a lot of pressure on the bridge of my or the base of my nose right there, and so I went to a mask that went all the way, nose and mouth, and that worked pretty good for a while. I kind of got used to it, but I put it on every night, but I would wake up in the morning, it would be on the floor. My wife said, "Hey, so you threw that thing off last night," and I didn't even know it. So I went to CPAP and did all that. I was at my dentist for my 6 month annual checkup, and they had a thing going on their TV about this appliance. And they said, yeah, we can do it. At the time when I got through with the dentist there in Temple, he said it was gonna be like almost $2,000 out of my pocket. Yeah, I just had a root canal and paid $2,000 for that. And I said, oh man, come on, They referred me to Sleep Better Austin. Everything, like I said, everything was covered. They did the digital impression, I guess you'd call it. And then I went back down and got the appliance and got home, started using it. I think it was 7 weeks where you adjust it for 1 week. Yeah, you adjust a little bit. The guy walked me through all that stuff. I did all that. 3 millimeters was the best one. I went from like 33 episodes to like 3. So it really helped. My wife said I was sleeping better. I felt better. And all that. And that's the only, I'll tell you, the only issue I had with it was it fit pretty tight. I think it was, Philip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told him about it. I said, well, you just wear it for a while, it'll get better. And it did. It did. And I sleep well with it. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, I have no qualms about using it. I've recommended to a couple of my friends. I shoot skeet and trap. I'm the secretary for the Fort Cavasso Skeet and Trap Club. Some of the guys we were talking out there, and they, oh man, I hate this CPAP, all this stuff. And I tell them about, and I give them links to Dr. Slaughter and to you guys. I'm a believer. I'll put it that way. When I actually started using it, I will say, after it was all done and Philip set it to where it's supposed to be, I slept well. It takes a little bit of used to because you got something in your mouth. And my dentist keeps telling me, so you grind your teeth, and so you need to get some. I said, look, okay, that's great, because here's what I'm doing and stuff, and it's gotten a lot better. So, but it just takes a little used to. But within a couple of weeks, it was great. I was afraid I was a pop a crown off or something, but I never did. That was never. It was tight, but that was never an issue. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's tight, but it gets better. The only thing I was concerned with at first was that when I try and take it off, it was popping a crown off. And I told my dentist about it, but he said, "No, you're fine. Everything's good," and it never happened. So you think you might have TMJ problems, but never at all. That was kind of a concern. Many years ago, I was a dental lab technician. And I did Crown and Bridge. So I was always concerned about things like that, but it was never ever an issue. And my wife, she said, I would breathe and I stopped breathing, and it startled her, and she'd poke me like that, wake me up, and start up again. But with the appliance, never had that experience at all. Well, Medicare and TRICARE covered everything. It was well worth it.
Awesome.
I was real happy with you guys. I was real happy with him.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we like Dr. Slaughter. We've been working with him a long time, and he does a really good job of just explaining everything to people,
Yeah.
and